Hello and welcome. This is the Connectors Business Network, and we have a network of different people, businesses, ideas, and things going on. So let me just tell you a little bit about what's happening this week. This is the start of June, although it's already the second week. I'm amazed that it's going so fast. But every Monday we have a book club. It's a business book club. And this week, this whole month really, is going to be with Start With Why with Simon Sinek as the author. It's a fantastic book. We just started it. So if you'd like to get into a business book club with a bunch of really cool people, you need to join in and go to connectorsbusinessnetwork.com and you can come as our guest. Just click the guest button, or if you want to just forget all that and just sign up and jump in with us, you can do that as well. So the next thing I want to tell you about is on Thursday evenings at 6:30 Central. What time is it? No, 7:30 Central Time.
7:30.
Ricky's in the
6:30. I'm in
mountains,
Mountain Time.
so
Yeah.
she's 6:30, and then Eastern it's 7:30. And we have an hour with different leaders.
Well, it's
This week,
7:30 Central, so it's 8:30 Eastern.
oh, okay. See, I messed it all up.
Yeah.
Let me just stick with what I know. It's
I know it's
7:30
7:30
Central.
where I am, and I'm Central Time,
That's
so.
right. That's right. Thank you.
That works. And it's
Thank
6:30
you.
where I am.
Yes, you're earlier.
Sometimes
Later.
I've been here a year and I still get it confused.
I know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it changes to based, because you all don't switch your time, right? You
Oh,
all
We
don't
yes, we
do.
change the
do.
time.
We
Yes,
Oh,
do.
we
you
do.
do. Okay, in
Arizona
Arizona,
doesn't.
Yeah.
I have a friend in Phoenix, and she does not, they don't switch their time.
That's
So
right.
depending on the time of the year, it's either 2 hours or 1 hour. So it's hard to
Exactly.
remember. Yeah.
Totally crazy.
Yes.
Mhm.
So no matter what time zone you're in, start with
Right.
Central and figure it out. Okay,
Right.
7:30 every Thursday night we have a leader that's teaching, training, webinarish. It's really cool. It's networking mixed
Yeah.
in with training. And my time is this week. So I have the Connectors classroom. I teach software, I teach graphics, I teach different things on the internet. So I'm just internet based. I also love to do things in person, but this is all online. So we're going to talk about um, a really cool software. And Ricki has a lot of experience with it. It's called Patreon. The reason I like Patreon is that it's free unless someone pays you, and then they take a small percentage. So if
Yeah.
you want to start a community of your own, or you want to start promoting anything, then I highly recommend that you come on Thursday night and listen to what I have to say. Been with
Mhm.
Patreon for many, many years. All
Yep.
right.
And I use it actually as a membership site
Yes.
because people can join it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes, they can. And you can have levels. It started out, it was just for artists and creators, authors, and things like that. But we blew it out of the water with what we were doing with it. And so I saw that a lot of people saw what we were doing and then they started doing it. It's all about
Yeah.
us, right? No.
No, no, it's all about you out there.
It's all about you. That's right. All right. So we're going to get going here. We're going to introduce our guest, who is a brand new member of the Connectors Business Network. And so we've just got lots to ask her, don't we?
Oh,
So
yes.
I'm Marian LaSalle. I'm the chief connector here. And Ricki McKenna is my co-host. And today's guest is Tracey Garza.
Hi,
Yes.
everybody.
Welcome, Tracy.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to
Mhm.
be here.
Good to see you. And we have some questions for you to get
Okay.
things started. Yeah, we usually ask a few questions and then it's all about you.
Okay.
So don't feel intimidated and just realize that this is for you. And our audience really appreciates that because they get to know people better.
Yes,
So
this is a
my first
wonderful
question,
idea. Yes.
yeah, my first question is, I'm familiar with the company that you're going to be talking about, from what I understand.
Mhm.
And I didn't know if that was your main focus or if that's your side gig, because lately we've been talking a lot about side gigs.
Right.
And so, Tracy, can you enlighten us? Tell us,
Sure. Yes.
tell us some about you and what you're doing, please.
Sure, will. I will. Yes, it is actually my side gig. It is
Hmm.
Arbonne International. But I actually work full time right now for an accounting firm.
Ah,
I work on the audit in the audit side of things, and we're located in the Galleria in Houston, Texas.
ah,
So I had decided a couple of years back. Let me back up a little bit. So my mom had been living here with me and my daughter, and she had become disabled in 2016, and so she moved in with me and my daughter. And but my mom's big thing was, wherever she was, she always wanted to contribute. And so she always paid for all the groceries. She paid for every time we would go out to dinner as a family, she'd do that. We had a new HVAC system installed here, so she paid for that. We had a new fence. My house was 10 years old. It was about time for things to start breaking
yeah.
down or
Hmm.
needing repaired. So she paid for that. Well, that left there were payments. She was making payments on those things. So when she passed away in January of 2024, which happened literally one day after my birthday,
Oh,
I know she was holding on for my birthday because she was on hospice. And so it was one day after my birthday in 2024. And of course the emotions come right away. You
sure.
feel that loss, that sadness when you lose somebody, but it took a while for the financial aspect of it to hit me. So I guess after about a year and a half, 2 years, I started realizing, I'm paying for all these things that she was paying for. I had to take them on. We had the HVAC payment, the fence payment, the now I'm buying all the groceries. My daughter's 30, so she's not a baby, so she's helping out with some household bills, but I just started noticing that more and more I was putting things on my credit cards that I didn't want to be doing and making minimum monthly payments, and I thought, something's got to give. I need to find a way to supplement my income and also for something to think about when I retire, something I want to do when I finally do decide to retire from my, 9 to 5. So, um, a really good friend of mine from high school, funny story about me and her. So we have been friends, like I said, since high school. We dated two boys that were in the same friend group. And so that's how we met each other when we came into the friend group. And we lost touch over the years like people do when they leave school, but Facebook came along. And so, you find your classmates and everything like that. So we found each other again. And minus those two guys, we dumped them. Moved on to greener pastures. But
Oh,
yeah, so we found each other on Facebook and we decided to just go out to dinner every couple of months to catch up, see how everybody we each were doing. And she had presented not necessarily the business opportunity, but just talked to me about how she was doing Arbonne and about the business and
Sure.
everything. And asked me if I wanted to, try some samples, buy some just her little, way of introducing the business to me. And I guess it just wasn't a good time. I didn't become a client. I wasn't interested in the business. And so that was like 7 years ago. And every time we would meet up, I would just say, "Oh, how's your business going?" And she'd say, "Oh, good." And she'd give me an update and everything. And we never really talked about it. And then
Mm.
like I said, when I made the decision that it was time to supplement the income, literally a day or so after that, she put a post on social media, and I swear it was divine intervention because she put a post on Facebook that said, "I'm looking to add to my team," and listed the ways that you can work Arbonne from home, from wherever you are, from your phone. And I thought about it for a minute, and I thought, I need to meet with her again and really talk about this because she's a friend. She's somebody I trust. It's not like
right.
I'm going to be just jumping into
Yep.
something I don't know anything about. So we met for a couple more dinners, talked a little bit about it, and then as of March 1st, I decided to join her in business. So I signed up for my Arbonne business March 1st, and I've been doing it
Ah,
alongside my full-time job ever since.
March 1st of this year?
This year, I'm brand
Oh
new
my
to it.
gosh. So you're a newbie.
Brand
Okay.
new, brand new.
All
Yes.
right. Well, that's great. What a good
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
The point that I got from that, besides how you got into it, is that we do business with people we know, like, and trust.
Absolutely.
Something that you brought up. And
Yes.
that's one of the important things about particularly the Connectors Business Network and this podcast, because we bring people on who we want to get to know so that we can like them and trust them more.
100, yes.
And sometimes it's the other way around. We know them and we like them and trust them. So we want them to come on to give them the opportunity to let some more people do the same thing. So
Right.
now, how did you decide that, other than the fact that you trusted your friend?
Mhm.
I'm kind of familiar with some of the products, but
Mhm.
it's skincare.
Yes. Well, actually, that's when a lot of people have not heard of Arbonne, but the ones who have heard of it, that's the
Mhm.
first thing they say is it skincare. And when we first started out 46 years ago, because we are 46 years old, it was primarily skincare. But we have evolved into nutrition, and our nutrition line's almost as big. I would say they're pretty equal, our nutrition and skincare. And then we also have body and hair care, cosmetics, and then just overall wellness solutions programs like a 30-day program, 7-day reset program. So the way I decided that I wanted it to be Arbonne is when I met with my friend and I got serious about, maybe wanting to do this, I did start using her products. And
Mhm.
so I used her products and literally fell in love with the products. I fell in love with the fact that they were gluten-free, that they were vegan, that they're made without dairy and soy and no artificial colors and flavors and all that stuff. So it was something that was really, at my age, I'm 59. I hope to retire in maybe 3 to 5 years from my regular job. As you know, the age to retire goes up and up and up to get your
Up
full
and up.
Social Security. Yeah. So I hope to retire in about 3 to 5 years. So when I realized that it was that she was selling stuff that I really, really liked, I just decided this is the company for me. And so when you join, they ask you to arbonize your home, which means as you run out of your previous products that you use, because everything we
Replace.
sell, it's stuff people use, on
Yeah.
a daily basis. So as you run out of your previous products, bring in Arbonne products. And so she said to me, she said, but you've already done that because you have a bunch of Arbonne products. I said, right, right. And, I mean, I'm not going to tell you that I am in love with every single thing we sell. I could tell you a few things that were not my favorite of the group that they're in, but for the most part, I really love everything we sell. And I have to say that I don't think that I've ever been complimented on my skin before. And two coworkers within the last couple of weeks have told me, your skin looks really good. What are you doing different to it? And that's,
Perfect.
yeah, Arbonne.
Yep.
So I decided to jump in with both feet when I did it. And I jumped in March 1st. And we're having a program right now where you can, within the first 3 months, if you promote to the next level, the first level of management, which is district manager, you get incentives, and there's just incentives to try to do a fast promotion. And I said, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And so I started March 1st, and as of April 25th, I promoted to district manager, the first level.
Oh,
So it's not official it wasn't official until May 1st, but because we do it on the first of the month. But yeah, April 25th, I had all my numbers in line to promote. So I promoted to district manager. So yeah,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
thank you.
You know what I love? The excitement that you're showing.
Yes, that's what everybody
Really
says.
enthusiasm. Yeah. And that, to me, that's what makes the difference between somebody who succeeds, who really gets into it, and you jumped in with both feet.
Hmm.
And to me, that's the way to do things. If you're going to
Right.
do something on the side, you might as well stick both of your toes in the water,
That's
or
right.
maybe just jump in, feet first, because that really is what leads to success. And
Yes.
I
I
have
don't know
two
what else I can
friends who
say.
work for
Yeah.
companies that offer franchises.
Hmm.
So I know they're getting bigger, busier too. It's just
Mm,
like there's there's a need for people to have a secondary income. because
Hmm.
the first one, even if it's enough money for you, it may go away. And so people are
Correct.
like looking now for different things. So tell us about what you really love about this particular opportunity for other people, not just yourself, but what do you think is important that people that are listening to or watching this podcast, because we're on YouTube as well. Hi,
Right.
everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, tell people what is it that you think is important for them to even look at, to call you, to connect with you, to find out more.
I think now people are more the way things change. I think people get more involved in wanting health and wellness for themselves. Um, my daughter's generation is so different from mine. When I was a teenager, we didn't eat green. It didn't matter. We drank out of the water hose. I mean, it was, and so my daughter's generation is so about healthy eating and clean living, and so that's something that's I think more important to people now than it was before.
Yes.
And yeah, so I when I decided to supplement my that I needed to supplement my income. I had a different goal than I have now. I mean, my goal at that time was I just want something that will bring in a couple hundred extra dollars a month that will just give me a little bit of breathing room, that will,
Mhm.
pay for these things that my mother was paying for and, maybe allow me to go on a vacation that I haven't been able to go on for a couple of years. And just, so I set my goals there. And so I think for people that are wanting that, for somebody that's just wanting a way to earn a little bit of extra money to pay the light bill, to pay what, like I said, the groceries, to
Yeah.
to to go on a vacation, to help pay tuition for their kids, whatever that is. This is something that I feel like if I can do this, and I'm not a salesperson. I mean, I've never had a sales job in my entire life. So if I can do this, you can do this because the products basically sell themselves. When you show someone the products, but then you get them to try the products, that's the thing. Get them to try some samples of the products. They're
Sure.
sold. I mean, they want it, they want to take them and they want to sell them. They want to share them with
Share.
their
There
friends.
you go.
I
Right.
That's
think
the
shares.
difference. Okay. You're
Yep.
sharing, not selling.
Right, right.
Exactly.
And that's it. I want to share these products with people and show them the difference that they can see in their skin and how they feel after they start taking these. And the change comes pretty quick. It's not, it doesn't take a year for your skin to start showing, you know.
You know what I'm hearing?
Mhm,
And this is something that for Marian and myself as well, with some of the other products that we're working with, the Live Good, the supplements and so forth, is that the products that are available from people who really see the difference in their own use of them, whether it's something that you consume
mhm,
orally or whether it's something you put on your skin,
mhm.
the quality of those products has gone up
Yes,
because people are demanding it. And the
yes.
quality of some of the
We
things that
can't
you can
pull the
get in
wool over our
correct.
eyes anymore.
Yeah, right,
No, no, we can
right,
see through it.
We can
right,
see it.
But the quality is there, whether it's Arbonne, whether it's Live Good, whether it's, whatever else. In many cases today, I'm finding that the quality from the private companies that really care is beginning to take over the market. Do
I
you,
agree.
do
I
you,
agree.
yeah, because people are demanding it. And that's the way you get good products. That's the way you get good results when you really demand something that makes a real difference to you.
Right. And I mean, the old saying that people have used forever, you get what you pay for, it really
Hmm.
does come into play a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, I use HEB brand black and white letter paper plate. There are some things that you can get
Yeah.
away with, you know what I'm saying? But,
Yes.
like I've gotten that from potential clients. I've gotten, well, it's a little high compared to what I can buy.
Right.
And it is. And I come back and I agree, you're right. It is. But when you think about the ingredients that we put in, like I said, gluten-free, dairy-free, non-GMO, without soy and artificial flavors and colors. And then on top of that, Arbonne is a certified B Corporation. And so to be a B Corporation, you have to have some pretty stringent guidelines that you have to follow. And you have to be very transparent about your business plan, about your ingredients, about everything you put in your products. And so
Yes.
it's really hard to get B Corp certified. And one of the ways to become B Corp certified is, don't know if you or any of the listeners here are aware of this, but Arbonne bans close to 2,200 ingredients in their products that they consider harmful and not good for
Good.
us. Europe bans about 15 to 1,700, so that's still good. The United States bans 15, like the number 15, not 1,500, 15. So we ban so much more than that. And so, that's going to reflect in the price a little bit. It
Sure,
is.
it
But the
should.
thing of it is, and I don't know, like the other company you were speaking of, with our stuff, you don't even have to use a huge amount. The amount you use is so small to get the same results that you're using a ton of other things. It's just like those, cheap detergents you see in the supermarket. You might have to throw 2 pods in to get the same result as you do with the higher quality ones. Well, you're not really saving money when you're doing that.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, I've looked at that, and so has
Mhm.
Marian for years.
Mhm.
I work with supplements, and I find that the companies that are not on the shelves in most stores and grocery stores or even in the pharmacies, the products that come from the companies that are more private,
Mhm.
because I don't know if most people know this, but there are about 5 companies in the United States that manufacture 99% of the supplements that go out. They're just
Wow.
private labeled in different areas. Yeah, a lot of people don't know this.
I didn't
And
know
one
that.
of the things that I love about Live Good is that they control what goes into their products.
Right.
And so
Same.
do some of the other companies that I work with for years.
Hmm.
As a certified nutritionist, I've been working for years with a company called Standard Process. They were one of the first to manufacture supplements from food, not
Hmm.
synthetically put together components. And so your choice as a consumer really should be based on just a little bit of work as
Hmm.
far as investigating,
Work.
where do these things come from? Who's certified them? And frankly, you didn't hear me say this, but as far as the FDA goes, years ago, I learned as a nutritionist some things from one of the attorneys from the FDA who spoke to us, that their product selection and their criteria sometimes isn't what I would consider really valid. When you take a product and it doesn't kill 100 people, they can certify it.
Right. That's a
Uh,
positive.
yeah, that is a positive. But behind that 101th person or 101st
Right.
person, that's a little scary.
Right. It
And
is.
so you're absolutely right about the approvals, because in Europe, my daughter lives in France, and there's a lot of different things there. They won't even allow. Um, Her husband used to own a patisserie, a bakery, and he would import apples from Africa, and
Mhm.
he would import certain things, from different places to create the pastries and the food that they created, or that they manufactured.
Mhm.
But the thing is, everything was certified as organic,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
they banned GMO anything from the beginning.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because if you look at the background for genetically modified foods, there's
Mhm.
a lot of controversy there.
Mhm. Right.
And whether it's foods or things that go into anything that touches your body, because your
Right.
skin's the largest organ on your body.
Right.
And so we have to be really careful with our choices.
Right.
And there's so much stuff out there now. And most of it, frankly, goes into the garbage pile as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't want to eat it, and I don't, the old, I don't know if you use this, but if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin.
Oh, oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, but it makes
Hmm.
sense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sure. You're going
Mm-hmm.
to get it anyway. Your skin absorbs things.
Right.
And so that's just one of the rules. I don't know if that would hold true for a number of things I've used,
Mhm.
but
Right.
I like
Right.
the way that we're focusing here, on the natural and
yeah,
you know, the things that we're really interested in. Yes, we all need to make money. Okay, that's just a
Right.
given.
Right.
Whether we have a full-time job and a side gig or our side gig is our full-time job, it doesn't matter. We really need to look at, are we going to be proud to share this with our friends and
exactly.
family?
That's
Are
right.
we going to be using it? Some people get into business and they don't even use their own products. They're just selling it. So I like the way that we're
Mhm.
focusing here on what we like and sharing instead of selling.
Right.
And I
Because
appreciate you.
that's one of the things that they tell us in Arbonne, and that we tell people that are potential clients or potential consultants, is that we're not required to hold inventory. I do not have any
Right.
inventory in my
Right,
house. You buy from my website. The only thing I have here in my house that you will see is stuff I use personally. And I am not the type of person that would get involved in a company and just sell their products without using them myself, because I could never live with myself for trying to sell something to friends and even even a stranger that I didn't approve of or use myself.
right.
I know somebody on one of my networking groups that I'm in, she's involved with 5 different MLM companies. Now, how can you talk about 5 different companies
Hmm.
and actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't give your if you can't give your full attention to one of them, how are you really
Yeah.
talking about them in a way that people should be hearing about them? It makes no sense to me. You can't give your full attention to 5 different companies, and there's got to be competing products within those 5 companies that you're selling from,
Could
So
be,
how do you
sure.
promote one over the other? I don't understand that. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What is the saying about if you're speaking to everything, you're not focused on anything?
yes, if you're
Something
speaking to everything, you're not, yes, that's a good
I
one.
don't know.
Yes.
Because now I'm drinking one of the products from
Yes.
Liquid, and Marion
Yes.
also drinks it, the coffee.
Yes, the mushroom
Yes.
Really
coffee.
yummy.
It's
Yep.
so good.
I drink. So I had this horrible Diet Coke habit that I drank
Ooh.
probably 3 or 4 Diet Cokes a day. And as soon as I started Arbonne and I started drinking their Energy Fizz, which is one of their biggest sellers, if you ask anybody that knows about Arbonne, oh, you're the Fizz company. So that's a well-known product. The
Skincare
Energy
and fizzy
Fizz.
drinks. Okay.
Yes, fizzy
All
drink.
right.
Yeah. The energy fizz has completely eliminated. I have not had a Diet Coke since March 6th when my products arrived in. And what I
Okay.
like about them is they're kind of like an energy drink, but not like a Monster where you'll just get this
Oh,
rush and then you'll crash. There's none of that. You drink one of our energy drinks and it just kind of lifts you up just slightly, and you just stay that way, for the rest of the day to be able to get your day done.
Nice.
So
that's
they're
great.
wonderful products. It's
Nice.
that
If you can
that'd be
get
the one if
people
I
off
had
of soda, that's a good thing right
yes.
Oh
there.
If
boy.
I had yeah, if I had to recommend one thing for somebody to start with, it would be the energy fizz. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well,
Oh,
we
do you
sure
have
have,
an offer? Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mary.
I was just going to say, we sure have had a good time talking with you today. I think the conversation allows people to understand that you care, that you're a
Yes.
person of integrity. And we were talking about that before we went on the air today, is you got to really focus in on what the person is underneath, underneath
Yeah,
this
who they are.
shell that we
Right.
have,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And
Mhm.
so I'm glad that you not only did your interview for helping people understand who you are, but also being on our podcast because this reaches a whole different audience. The
Yes.
podcast
Mhm.
does. So thank
Yes,
you for
thank you so
joining us
much.
today.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to getting to know both of you better and everybody else in our group.
What is
Yeah,
your
it's
next level? Your
Next level. So that's where my goal is now. So yeah, like I
Okay.
said, my goals have changed. So our next level is area manager.
Okay, so
And
we want you back. When you hit area manager,
Oh,
we want
yeah.
you back.
yes, for sure. I definitely 100% will be back, but I will be around and I will be at I wish I could do the book club but that's during my regular business hours, but I'm at every Thursday night meeting and I have loved them so far. And I love how they change up every Thursday for a different type of meeting. So I will
Tracy,
definitely see both of you again.
how
Yes.
do people get in touch with you? Can you give us a brief? We'll put it in the
Comments.
Marian, what is it?
Yeah.
Comments.
Right.
So
Yes.
give them
I
a way to
actually
get in touch with you.
Yes, I actually sent Marian, I did email you my social media handles, but anybody can reach me at my website, which is Tracy, Tracey, Garza, Garza, at .arbonne.com. That's my website. And my email
Okay.
address, if they want to email me, is Tracy, Tracey, G 0124 at comcast.net.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
All
Thanks
right.
for being here with us today. And for all of you out there, I think you need to join us. You need to come and check us out. Just go to
Absolutely.
100%.
connectorsbusinessnetwork.com. And not only do we have the podcast, but we have lots of other things going on. So come on in.
Yes.
And
It's
comment below if you
always
heard
fun.
anything today that really struck you. Please comment below. We like to read your comments. We appreciate it.
Yes, we
And
do.
come back and see us again.
All
Thank
right.
you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.